Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So today we are asking a question, well, part two of four. What can they improve on The Young and the Restless? There's two things that come to mind, Raya and Tess. They get their own standalone episode, and it's like they didn't even care. They really didn't even care. A dream sequence, this is the best that you can do for these characters. A dream sequence. What's good, Mel? How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. One of my favorites, of course. How's everything going? Rams TV was good. How you doing tonight? Yeah, The Young and the Restless was I mean, here's the thing. All the episodes weren't really that great because it's the holiday season and well, why bother to sit there and put any effort into it? It was a terrible episode. Yeah, Mel, it's not really that warm out here, Mel. It's New York City weather in December, and of course, it feels like death. So that's always fun to deal with. Um, yeah. AJ, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Oh, Graham, same thing in VA. Okay. Happy Friday, AJ. Happy holidays so far. Happy holidays, everyone. If you're watching the stream, if you're watching it now, or if you're watching it later on, happy holidays. Hope everyone has a great holiday, no matter what you celebrate. Blackmon is in the chat. What's good, Blackmon? How you doing tonight? Still coughing, but I'm not doing it as often, so that's always a good thing. Um, where the hell can I put my phone at? Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure Mel next week was good because anything was better than today's episode. Karen, how you doing tonight? Blackmon, I'm doing a lot better. Doing a lot better, Blackmon. Thank you for asking. Um, I'm not coughing as much, so that's great. I don't feel like death, so that's always good. So, things are going well. Things are going well. It's always interesting trying to do not even trying to do a Friday stream, but just doing a Friday stream now. Because I never know if I'm going to get a lot of people in the chat, if I'm going to get a little bit of people in the chat. Um, but I appreciate any and everyone that comes in the chat. I always appreciate. Um, anytime people get this take time out their day or night is pretty amazing. So thank you. Um, AJ says 65 in Cal. I wish it was 65 out here. Spiderquake is in the chat. Was good. Mel says, Spiderquake says it was snowing in New York today. Really? It was raining like there was no tomorrow. How you doing tonight, Susan? Of course, it was at like 4 something in the morning when I woke up, getting ready to go to work. So that was fun to deal with. Wet pants and everything. I probably would have took, honestly, tell you the truth, Spiderquake, I would have took the snow over the rain. The freezing, frigid rain. Right quick, it was pointing for. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. No, it was raining like there was no tomorrow. Karen says, I just feel like I wasted the last 2 days of my life watching GH. Been so. Yeah, it definitely has, Karen. It definitely has. I don't know what the hell they're doing with GH. I mean, I know it's the holiday season and everything, but oh, 2 o'clock. Okay, what the hell was I doing? Hmm. I don't know what the hell I was actually doing. I know it was home, but maybe it snowed in your part of New York and not my part. But yeah, no, Karen, it's been pretty bad. Spike Quick says, did you get Griffin back on GH? No, when did you come back on? Was it a preview? Must have missed the preview. Graham says the whole Mariah and Tess episode was horrible. Thought that was about to get a baby, then blam. It was all a dream. And yeah, it was Graham's. I mean, and they had the same dream. I'm like, they write so horrible for Tess and Mariah. They really do. And I'm always shocked when I find people that really like those characters. Because I'm just like, well, what are they actually doing on the show? Yes, but Mel, I'm not gonna lie. The way he looked at that pregnant woman, like very predatorial, it was just very weird. It was like, what are y'all doing? They are they're a problem on the show. It was Black Man, and again, I know that's not just saying, well, it's the holidays and stuff like that, but I'm like, it's still crap. That's a crap excuse. Mike Quick says Griffin called Ella's phone. Oh, okay. They're dating. Oh, okay. Hmm. Interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even really like Griffin when he was on the show. I felt like his acting was very stiff and like just bland and not good. And it's sad too because I used to watch a show called South of Nowhere, and I feel like he was acting a lot better, but maybe because it's a soap opera. Yeah, Mel, it's just for filler. And honestly, tell you, even when Mel, this is the part that's so funny. It's not funny, but it is. They're both healthy. Why can't they just get like an in vitro procedure or something? Why can't they just get like have one of them be implanted with a baby and just move forward? What is with this waiting crap? Or we gotta wait for a pregnant mother to sit there and give up their child? No. Why don't one of y'all just get pregnant? So dumb. Yeah, Spider Quick. She came in with the motorcycle. See, that was kind of fun. I mean, the episode wasn't a total crap fest. It was just somewhat of a crap fest. What's good, Freddie? How you doing tonight? Yeah, Blockman. It was so weird. I was like, what? I mean, again, maybe it's because he's on a soap opera and it's a different tone than when he's on a TV show, maybe. But he definitely seemed super stiff and like he seemed out of place. Like the dude was just really desperate for a paycheck, so he was just trying to make it work. I've seen him, Black Mont, I've seen him in movies where he acted better. He was in this movie called The Boogeyman 2, which was really stupid, but his acting was a lot better in that movie. It just said I only enjoyed the Sabrina scenes yesterday. I don't even remember what parts I actually enjoyed yesterday. It seemed like it was such a forgettable episode. I mean, besides the Trina and Spencer stuff, it seemed like it was a forgettable episode. To be honest, um, AJ said I didn't get a chance to watch. AJ, don't watch today's episode of GH. I'm pretty sure you can find anything to do that's 37 for 37 minutes. You can find anything else to do. AJ, it is not worth it. It is so not worth it. It's pretty quick. I mean, I never really been about coupling, so I don't really care one way or the other. You know, some people liked it. Some people look at it like they're just retreading the same water. Um, mm. Mel says I think Daniel's hiding. Well, he's definitely hiding something. He is very cagey every time they talk about his family. AJ, I'm pretty sure I was probably bored with the whole episode. So, um, but I mean, you like that couple, so more power to you. Um, I can't even remember what was even remotely good about yesterday's episode. Yeah, Freddie, it seemed like it's going to be a good. It seemed like it's going to be fun. What's good, Dolly? How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. It's always great to see you. Yeah, no, I know you're a Sabrina fan, AJ. Trust me, I can tell by the sentences you're writing that you're a Sabrina fan. So that's cool. Karen says, "What are they going to do with Austin now?" That's a really good question. They haven't done anything so. Karen. I was surprised he was actually at the Quartermain's like mansion. I was really surprised by that. It's like they just don't know what to do with it. Blackmon says Felix and Daria Bell, the stars of. But it was messed up behind the scenes. Wow, really, Blackmon? I gotta try to check that out. I always liked that show. Isaiah says Y and R will probably slip further due to Josh having sole control of the show. Yeah, they need to do something. They need to do something with. I mean, they could have just gave us a flashbacks episode if they were going to do that today. Mel says, I don't think it's fair that Jack can be around Diane, but Ashley can't be around Tucker. I mean, who said that she can't be around Tucker? I mean, Jack just said be careful, but he didn't sit there and forbid her. Karen says they missed the boat with Austin and the Quartermains. They did. They did. They really did. But I mean, they missed the boat with Austin in general. Colin says everything I'm doing a video out late 90s GH influence of Sopranos. Hmm. But he says the Austin character is a total letdown. I mean, here's the thing, it is funny, but it's not like they can't. It's not like they don't have time to fix it. Though. That's the problem. They have time to fix it. It seems like they're just not interested in doing it. Isaiah says B&B Christmas episode today was so boring and typical. It's like the show just does the same. Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, it was. It really was, Isaiah. It was. And then I saw Zende and Paris kissing. I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, I don't like to sit there and use the word simp, especially in a bad word. But I'm like, bro, she literally dumped you like she got bored of you. And you're kissing on this chick? What in the hell is wrong with you? AJ says, yeah, they definitely did, and they should pair him up with Britt too. They may do that. Well, there's no point of him. AJ, there's really no point of them pairing him up with Britt because the actress is leaving, unless they recast. Jakar, it was dumb. It was dumb. It was you can skip that episode if you didn't watch it. You can totally skip it. You really could. Unless you're in the holiday episodes, Isaiah says Sopranos series didn't really start until those came in the show 2001. It was full of effects with the mob took over in the mid 2000s. Dumb. I don't know. It's yeah. I mean, Isaiah. That's when I started watching. I loved it, but I know it's not for everyone. Mel says I'm happy. EJ. Yeah, it's cool that they're back. I mean, this episode. Well, it was okay. Yeah, Jakaris, it was an okay episode for days. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I really didn't care seeing that was Abby back. I didn't care. I didn't care about seeing her back. I really didn't care. I'm like, why do they keep putting her in there for? She keeps coming back as an angel. She was on the show for like 5 minutes, and then that was it. I'm like, you could have just not been in this episode, and I would have totally been cool with it. Yeah, it was nice. I mean, it was nice to see Eli, but it's like, I mean, I guess it was okay. It was a holiday episode, so I didn't really care too much. Which is partly the reason why I didn't bother doing a review on it. Freddie says, "Oh hell." will break loose when Cameron. Oh yeah, definitely. Because Josh just keeps lying and lying and lying and lying and lying. Like a damn coward. Isaiah says, has anyone noticed how B&B Christmas special just come out blue these days? Like there aren't even any holiday decorations to those special. That's a good. That's a good point. Well, I don't know if they were doing yesterday, but y'all been watching the show longer than me. Jakar says, you know how Days is. They bringing people back from the dead. I mean, yeah, I mean that's cool, Jakar. If they were to actually bring her back, but just to have her come in as a ghost, like I'm good. We want to bring him back, bring her back. But we know that that's not going to happen because she didn't want to be on full time, and they didn't feel like recasting for some odd reason. Even though they recast before, for some odd reason now, nah, no, we can't do that. Yeah, that's true. Shakira, it actually was better. I mean, Shakira, to be honest, you can skip all of them. if we're gonna be, if we're gonna be honest, Mel says Eli told Easy. Yeah, back in the day, yeah. Well, nice. Maybe a couple years ago or 2 years ago. Karen says, "Where's Monica? Has Leslie?" That's a really good question, Karen, and it's getting to a point. It's like you need to address it, or just stop mentioning her. Oh, she's away on a conference. Oh, she's sick. Oh, she has food poisoning. I'm like, stop. Just stop. Like, we're not kids. Stop treating us like we're idiots. Isaiah says Gwen seems like one of Ron's pets. He's trying to make her work, and she just doesn't anymore. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a super fan of Gwen either, except for her accent. Jakara says people in Salem don't stay dead forever. Yeah, that's true. But I'm just like, either bring her back or just stop bringing her on the show. Dolly says, I think Days was just scared of bad recasting. They been lucky with Abigail's. Makes sense. Okay, Jessica's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Jessica says Cheese was so boring from the random Prego. Yeah, it was stupid. You're being nice, Jessica. It was just dumb. It was a dumb episode that anyone could just skip or just play in the background if they want to do that. Freddie says, TikTok Harley, your time is almost up. Yep. Well, unless they drag it on and on and on like they usually do. Isaiah says, what are some of your favorite soap opera holiday episodes? Isaiah, I like the one with Courtney. when Courtney kept waking up, she had that whole Groundhog's Day episode. That was my favorite one because yeah, it was out the blue, but it was so funny though. It was so funny that you just had to sit there and laugh and enjoy it. No, Hippie, it wasn't. You can totally skip it. You can totally skip it. You can skip it. Trust me. 37 minutes of your time, you can do something else with it. Jakara says, remember when they recast Bella came in after Kristen? It was before. Oh, yeah, that was before my time. Totally says, yeah. Oh, really? Wow, no, I didn't know. I didn't know she didn't last that long. But you know what? She's a better fit on GH. So Bella says, I didn't know. I did not like Gwen saying that Thomas is a nosy brat. Yeah, I mean that is her nephew. I guess not happy. I mean, for people that are interested, no. Hippie says, I mean, Isaiah says Courtney had a Groundhog Day episode. Yeah, Isaiah, it was funny. She kept waking up. There was one point where AJ became like the DA and stuff like that. Like it was funny. It was funny. Um, and then she had brain surgery. Jason came in and he was a doctor again. He gave Courtney brain. It was one of those episodes that you just had to watch to really enjoy. You had to watch to enjoy it. That was a good one. That was a good one. And I maybe maybe I enjoyed that episode more because I didn't really have a lot of options. You know, like I don't generally tend to do standalone episodes, so I might not have actually watched it if it came out like now. Karen says my favorite holiday episode GH was when Rick and Alexis cutting down Christmas tree. It was so funny. Hmm, I don't remember that one. Alexis Aaron's gift. Yeah, I was no, I was like, what? No, you know what? I don't get what Sarah seasons in her at all. Like, I really don't. I don't get that at all. Jolie says, I think Kristen ends up being a better miniature on GH. I can imagine her as Maxie on GH. Yeah, exactly. You know, it's weird, Jolie, because I feel the same way. But it's one of those things where it's like, we look at that perspective now. I don't know. Maybe you're right. I can't see her being Bella. I can't see her being Bella, being a lawyer and everything. I don't see it. Well, Jakars, what episode was that? Of 2005. Isaiah says Cheese Christmas Massacre storyline from 2001 looked pretty good. Also like the 2001 highlight episode. That was when Courtney found out Sonny was her brother. Oh, okay. I kind of remember that episode. Courtney was an interesting character on that show, and then she left. How you doing tonight, Nate? Thank you for joining. And then she left, and then you didn't hear from her since, or did she get fired? What's good, Kevo? I'm doing a lot better. I'm doing a lot better. Nate, thank you for asking. Oh, AJ, you didn't like Courtney? Yeah, yeah, Susan. Yeah, she is on the bed. She is on the bed. I'm surprised she. Yeah, Kevo. It's easy peasy. Put it, boil some water, and then I'm done. Freddie says she needs to wrap up those. Yeah, Freddie. That sounds like a Christmas wish. No, I'm not. I'm not vegan, Kevo. Um, Nate says Weiner needs to stop being all up and down when it comes to pacing storylines because everyone surely also needs to update their sets too. Yeah, yeah, I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. How's the music stuff going, Kevo? AJ says the only thing I liked about Courtney is that she kept her suspension before she died. Oh wow, okay. Yeah. But you know what they say, every character is not for everyone. Isaiah says I feel like shortly after Courtney was introduced, she truly became the Sonny and Carly show. Shakara says, I just love when Days always puts up the ornaments. Yeah, it's a nice little thing. I guess you get to sit there and read the names and stuff. Dolly says, the ex Courtney from GH was in the running to be set. Really? I didn't know she actually tried out for another soap opera. Or maybe was that before or after she did before or after she did GH? If he says where's Sir Charles tonight, I thought I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that I was like in my house like, did he really just name himself Pornhub? Like, he really just named himself that? Like that's interesting. Isaiah said actually I did like Courtney though. Especially like how she refused to let Sonny dictate her life and how she stood up to AJ even when he was using her. Yeah, but you know what? she did take a while before she wised up. I'm surprised she actually did marry him. I'm like, the hell were you thinking? Um, Billy says it was after Jay's one. Oh, I thought. Oh, what interesting. Paul is in the chat. Was good. Um, Kevin says, Albert, do you know what this means? How long does it take to write music? No, no, I don't. Um, Paul says, I feel like the last 2 days of Christmas episode were the worst. No, they were. They were. They absolutely were. They were lazy, and they. It was better off than just doing flashbacks at that point. Mel says it was nice that Sarah gave him an ornament with his name on it. Yeah, it was nice. It was, I don't know. I just again, I don't really see what Sarah sees in Xander, to be honest. Yeah, no, Paul. Yeah, it was. Boy, you know the thing is, Paul, because they it's getting close to the holidays. They always try to. It's like, well, it's a holiday. It's getting to the holidays, so they're gonna slow down. Like that's some sort of excuse. How you doing tonight, Josh? How you doing tonight, Joshua? Hope you're having a great night so far. AJ says if Courtney was recast, then I probably would have found the character interesting. Oh, so you didn't like the actress, you didn't like her acting and stuff. Okay, I get it. Mel says I knew that brick. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Mel. Seeing them kids just was so much of a backslide. I don't know what the hell they're doing with B&B. If they get those two together, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I'm gonna still watch it because I do soap opera reviews, but then now I'm just gonna sit there and look at this like they don't lost their damn minds. Billy says, I enjoyed the Horton Christmas ornaments. You know, Dolly, I enjoy seeing Doug. I enjoy really seeing Doug and Julie. I may not like Julie that much, but Julie with Doug, I generally enjoy seeing them. You know, Isaiah says back in the day, the soaps used to actually incorporate holidays into their storylines happening at the time rather than really. Man, I miss those days because these days are crap. Paul says Jade always did fantasy Christmas episodes last year as it was fans dreaming of a Christmas Carol. Hmm. I don't know if I actually watched that one. I might have skipped that one. Tracy, how you doing tonight, Tracy? Thank you for joining. Freddie says I saw Janet Jackson in a recent interview with Sherry Shepherd. Show Miss Jackson looks so beautiful and gorgeous. Black don't crack. She's still in her 50s. Wow, okay. That's good. Are you still calling the Sherry Shepherd show the Wendy Williams show, or is that something different? Billy says, I respect we actually got to have Doug and Julie on the show so long. Yeah. Yeah, Dolly, it's something that's just really nice about seeing them, you know? Seeing Doug and having them talk and laugh, it kind of does something to my heart. And I generally like it. Oh, it's the full Sherry Shepherd show now. Oh, okay. No more Wendy Williams. Okay. Makai's in the chat. What's good? Tracy says, I'm doing good. How you? Yeah, I am, Tracy. And I'm actually feeling a little bit better. I'm not coughing as much. Monique is in the chat. Monique, anytime that you come in here, anytime that you come in here, you're on time. So never feel sorry. It's always a pleasure to have you in the chat for real. Hmm. That's good to know, Dolly. I remember for a while they kept calling it the Wendy Williams show. I'm like, why do you keep calling it that for? Like Wendy Williams has not been on this show in a couple of years now. Mel says, Jewel, we pull Gwen in her place. You know, Mel, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like it was just really petty. Like, really? You couldn't let Gwen have, share her treats and stuff like that. It was petty. But that is Julie, so now Jakar says, do you miss the old I have to tell you, I'm not gonna lie, they're both good. So I can take either one of them. It's so weird. Like whenever I see the other one, I'm like, they both do such a great job that I'm actually fine having one or the other. Dolly said, I like how Days has kept so many of their older actors. It's wild how long some of the characters have been together. Yeah, that is very true. Maggie and Victor, and you got, again, Doug and Julie. Freddie, Janet Jackson still singing? I didn't know that she actually still sings. That is, wow. Dolly says, I miss the old Jen from Nostalgic, but Katie's version of Gwen is a stronger actress. Hmm. I don't know. It's weird. I can do both of them, to be honest. Janet is in the chat. Was good. Janet, anytime that you're in here, it is a pleasure. Monique says, no more who the baby daddy is. Oh, yeah, you sound like you're getting ready for Y&R. Hippie says, so is everyone's secrets still safe on GH? For now, we gotta wait till most of it until February. Yeah, Janet, it wasn't good. I mean, I know it's holiday episodes, but it's still crap, though. Oh no, Monique, I know exactly what you meant. I know exactly what you meant. But yeah, Hippie, most of that stuff is gonna probably come out around February. The wedding and everything with Curtis and Portia. Mel says, I don't think that Gwen will ever tell the secret of Jennifer hitting her. I don't know. I feel like maybe that secret might come out. I mean, if it doesn't come out, it would just be kind of weird. We know, Monique, I know exactly what you meant between Billy and Adam. Isaiah says, I really do want to like Y&R, but at times I really lose focus and attention during their episodes. I can see that. It took me a while to actually get into Y&R. Oh, Janet, here's the thing. It wasn't just boring, it was insulting. A dream sequence? Really? That's the best that you can do for your audience. That's the best what you can do for your Taraya fans is to give them a dream sequence. I'm just like, at this point, either make the characters interesting or get them off the show. They're only on the show because of diversity purposes. That is it. Isaiah says, oh, Holly episodes with Mark. Oh, yeah. Yes, definitely, Isaiah. I definitely. Dolly says, I feel the Jennifer secret may come out by accident. Gwen seems a little careless. Yeah. If he says Carly, Willow, Cody, and Portia's. Monique says the truth about Trina will come out at the wedding. So long, lost relative will show up saying, I see you found our daughter. Yeah, but we gotta wait till February though. Like how disappointing is that? And I said, absolutely, I'm all here for the anniversary, but just so ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, it's so obvious. And I don't, the thing is, I don't want to not like Mariah and Tess, but they give them really bad dialogue that is cringy, and then they give them episodes where they're just there as fillers. I'm like, at this point, why don't you just bring back Moses and Faith? If you're gonna sit there and have fillers, bring those characters back. Mel says, do you think that Finn will ever find out about Steffi thinking Liam was her husband when she lost her memory? I thought he already did. Or maybe just move past that. I'm guessing that he just moved past it, to be honest. Um, Freddie says every time Heather and Ryan is on screen, I just jump. Oh yeah, Freddie, because it's like watching Harley Quinn and Joker. Hippie says I think Nina's secrets are coming out. What are Nina's secrets again? Everyone has so many secrets. I don't. What is Nina's secret? You mean Willow's secret? I don't think that she actually has any secrets. Billy says Finn moved past the stuff he's sleeping with. Yeah, that's what I was gonna sit there and say. Janet says I'm not feeling Carter's chemistry compared to Quinn. They were hot. I wasn't a huge fan of Quinn to be honest, so I'll take your word for that. Mel says there's a Boogeyman 3 coming out. The Boogeyman? No, the Boogeyman 3 already came out, right? No. The Boogeyman 3 already came out. The first one was supernatural. The second one, they tried to make it realistic. And the third one, they brought it back to supernatural. So you sure you're talking about the right franchise, Mel? Isaiah says, I need to watch that Harley Quinn show on HBO Max. I heard it's pretty good. Or it's supposed to be funny and good. I don't know. I might watch it one day. Hippie says, Freddie. Okay. Monique says, Tarai and Mariah feel more like very close friends adopting a baby together. Their relation doesn't scream marriage. Yeah, I guess you're right, Monique. I just, every time I see them, I roll my eyes because I know that they're not going to do anything of importance, and they're just there to spew cringy dialogue and to be fillers. That's the only purpose that they have. And it's just for the studio to sit there and check off. We did diversity today, guys. Yay! Dolly says I like Kate Ricardo, but I agree. Hmm. Hippie says Nina's secret was Sunny. Story over. Yeah, that's what I said. I don't think that she has any secrets. Dolly says Harley and Max is pretty funny. They do a good job roasting the Batman character. Yeah, I've seen a couple of clips of it. It did seem like it was kind of interesting. Dolly, like I said, if I ever get a chance, I may I may sit there and watch it. But of course, I got to finish watching Young Justice, even though they canceled the show. Um, Mel says the movies. Mel says the Boogeyman 2, and the Boogeyman 3. Have you seen? Yeah, no, I've seen them now. I've actually seen all three of them. I was disappointed by the second one because they decided to go from supernatural to like, oh, there's really a killer. There's like a real person killing people. And I'm like, what? Just for them to do part three, and then they decide, yeah, we're gonna make it supernatural. Like, I enjoyed them. Although I'm not gonna lie, Mel, I don't think that those movies still hold up though. Like if I went back and try to watch the first movie, I may just laugh. Monique says had to come in the chat. Still at work. Gonna go. Okay, cool. Well, thank you, Monique. I appreciate you listening and stuff like that while you're at work. Thank you so much. Like I said, it's always a pleasure to see you. You know, Joshua. Can I call you Josh? Joshua. Well, until you let me know if I can call you Josh. Joshua, I wish they would do something with Mariah and Tess. Okay, because it seems like their finish line is to adopt a baby. I'm gonna call you Josh. I'm gonna call you Josh. It seems like thank you. I'm gonna call you Josh. It seems like their finish line is to just get a baby, and I'm like, you could just do in vitro whatever, and just impregnate one of y'all with a child and just keep them moving. Like, what's the problem with that? Mariah kept sitting there talking about how she wanted to have a baby and stuff like that, and she was really connected with Dom and stuff like that during that time. Why don't they go that route? I mean, and on top of that, it's just like, even if they did, like that's it. They get a baby and we get to sit there and watch that. Doesn't really scream excitement to me. Mel says I watched Harley Quinn animation. Nice, Mel. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I gotta sit there and watch it. Probably after I watch Young Justice, even though that they canceled it. Ugh, I'm still pissed about that. It is, Jolie. It is. It's very sad because it's like they can do so much more with these characters, but it's like they're choosing not to, or they're lazy. I have no idea. Well, Hippie at this point, I think only a couple people know. I don't think a lot of people actually know. Isaiah says online competition game ranks the soap operas each month and point out how Weiner has already done the whole Harris storyline 3 times a year. Pretty uncreative. Yeah, it is. It's lazy. Isaiah, yeah, I wonder, it's weird. I heard about that show, but I only jumped onto it after it got canceled. And then I heard they look like they changed the animation, um, moving into the later seasons. I still like that show. Freddie says since day one, I knew Willow had to be Nina's daughter because of the. Yeah, a lot of people were sitting there guessing and speculating and stuff. But it's a shame that they canceled it again. Like again, really? They could have just. You know what? It's a Warner Brothers thing. I'm not even gonna get into that. Dolly said the actress who played Mariah has been winning awards for the show since she was a small child. She deserves better. Yeah, she does. She really does. Hippie. I mean, that seems like a nice idea to keep her on the show, but I feel like that would be kind of disrespectful for people who does have Huntington's disease. Now, Mel says, I'd rather have Moses Faith on Young and Restless when Faith got into a car accident like Cassie would say, okay. Yeah, I would have anyone except for them on there. Ryan Tess. Isaiah says Warner Brothers is better than Illuminations. Hmm. I don't, I'm pretty sure you're probably right in some way, Isaiah, but I just, Warner Brothers have just been pissing me off this year. They've been doing things that I just totally disagree with. And from the movies to the TV shows to them canceling about 17 shows on the CW. So yeah, they've been royally pissing me off. Like royally pissing me off. Um but yeah, there's things that they do need to fix on Y&R. Don't get me wrong. For the most part, it's actually been doing pretty well since I first started watching. This whole Diane story and Jack and everything like that. They've been actually doing a good job, and with Chelsea and stuff. So they're not. There's things that they can do better, obviously. Yeah, Happy, she's leaving. The actress is leaving. I don't know if the characters. Maybe they can recast her. Dolly says Warner Brothers is trying to streamline the studio so they can sell it. Really? I didn't know that. I mean, Dolly, I know they've been doing all sorts of just wackadoodle stuff, but I didn't know that though. I know for the CW, they're selling it to some new corporation called Nexstar, and they're going to turn that network into crap. Like if people thought that the CW looked cheap before, they're in for a surprise, and not a good one. Now Mel says Noah, Noah and Ali and Audrey have a better storyline than Mariah and Tess. They do. They do. The most non-interesting team, I mean, the most non-interesting people that a lot of people don't like, are still ahead of Mariah and Tess because that the writers are lazy and they don't care, and it's so obvious. Now, Freddie says, Now I'm Team Carly fan always, but I do have to say she is wrong for what she did. Yeah, she definitely is, Freddie. But this isn't the first time that she tried to play God with somebody's paternity test. Billy says the guy who took over apparently specialized in maximizing process before companies are sold off. Hmm. I mean, you're probably right, Dolly. I think, honestly, to tell you the truth, this is more of an emotional thing that they just took off so many shows that people like, and their idea is to replace it with low costing reality TV shows and half hour comedies. Like, ugh. Hippie says, same with Willow. Will they cure leukemia? That's probably serious. Yeah, but I mean, Hippie, when they do a bone marrow transplant, they can. I wouldn't say to say they can cure it, but they can put her in remission. But I mean, in all reality, Hippie, even if they did find a way to cure the Huntington's disease, the actress is still leaving regardless. So it really doesn't matter. Again, unless they recast, and I don't really see it working. Mel says I love Noah and Tess together, and Mariah and Tess, but Tess cheated on Noah with Mariah, which I did not like. Noah got treated. Hmm, didn't know that. Scanners in the chat was good. Shakara says Carly did that with Spencer. Yep, exactly. She loves playing. She loves playing with other people's paternity tests. Like this is what she does. Dolly says, I'm with you. I hate that they're dumping all these great quality shows on HBO Max. Yeah, Dolly, what's that show with Brie Larson's on? It's like a sci-fi show. Oh, I actually put it on my list too, and I still want to watch it, even though that show got canceled. I can't remember what the name of the show is called. It's like sci-fi kind of show, and I know it had Brie Larson at one point and some other actors. Now Jenna says, I've been so busy, but my friends call me Jazz. Jay Z? Oh, Jay Z. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Hippie says, I don't necessarily like when some of these storylines are going, I tell you, yeah. Oh, okay. I got you. I probably should call you, I should probably call you Jay Z just because, well, your name is the name of my ex girlfriend. So, um, are you serious, Dolly? I'm still mad that took off Snowpiercer. I love the movie, and I didn't know if I was gonna like the show, but it looked pretty interesting now. What is the name of that show though? On HBO Max that I one day want to sit there and watch. It's on HBO Max, and it's like futuristic kind. It's like a futuristic sort of thing, and I think they got like androids or something. It's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me. I gotta sit there and find out what it is. All right, I'm gonna call you Jay Z. Call you Jay Z. I'm cool with that. Um, yes, thank you, Dolly. Dolly, you are amazing. Yes, it's called Westworld. I want to watch that. Car says soaps do their LGBT couples so wrong. Um, they seem like they did Days pretty right. Days did. I can't sit there and say, well, hmm, I don't know. They seem like they do it pretty right, but I don't know. That's just my guess. Freddie says Ella and Griffin's seeing each other. I was shocked to see the phone with Griffin's picture on the phone. Yeah, I totally missed that, Freddie. I did. I totally missed that. Now Mel says I really want to watch Low Key on Netflix. Look good. Is it called Key? Because I know it's not called Low Key. That's a Disney Plus show. So I think you're talking about a different show. Oh, okay. All right, Jakars. Okay. Billy says I hate constantly hyping days, but they do their LGBT characters. Yeah, they do. They seem like they do it pretty well. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Jakar. Like I said, they seem like they actually do a really good job on days. So I can't knock days. Um, but again, here's the thing. For me, I feel like it's hard for me to say because I'm not part of the LGBT. So I can't, what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the person to sit there and be like, oh, I think they're doing it pretty well. It's like, no offense, but you're straight. You can't really, you, no. Yeah, Dolly, I 100% agree with you on that. 100% agree with you on that. And that's the thing. You look at Days, you got Ali and Chanel, two characters that I don't even like, and yet they're so better than Mariah and Tess. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. They're so better than Mariah and Tess. It's not even funny. Janice says, "Can we talk about Sally?" Yeah, you can definitely talk about Sally. Sally, um, at this point she's pregnant, and it's just, well, we don't know if it's going to be Nick. We don't know if it's going to be Adam, because she literally went back and forth. Like, my money is going to sit there and say Nick. I want to say Adam, but I feel like everyone is going to want Adam to be the father. So I'm going with Nick. Freddie says Georgie was so adorable in today's episode. Yeah, Freddie, but she was also being pretty bratty. And I'm like, Maxie needs to deal with that. Billy says, I say this, Will and Sunny are gay. Luggage carriers, nay. Yeah. Now AJ says I'm all for the LGBT community. No, me too. I just like I couldn't sit there and really judge whether they were doing it well or not because I'm not the person to sit there. I'm not in a position to sit there and judge that stuff. Let's put it that way. That says, do you think Eric and Brady plan? Oh, it definitely will, 100%, man. I mean, you got Brady. Eric is not really thinking clear, and Brady's an idiot. So it's definitely gonna. So, Jenny, you think it's gonna be Nick's also? Now, Josh says, I'm still a Raya fan. I'm still supportive of them, but the writing should put something exciting for them at 23 besides the adoption. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Josh. I have nothing against them. They just seem like the way that they're written is a problem. It's a problem. And then they don't do anything with them. They just fill it. And that's the problem. AJ says, okay, they shouldn't be a problem even though I don't that shouldn't be a problem even though I don't watch B and B and why not? I mean, AJ, are you talking to me or somebody else in the chat? Yeah, Jenny. I mean, he's not exactly the best written character, and her and Michael, like Michael by himself, I actually like Michael by himself. Michael with Willow, I just like. I really, I don't care. Hippie says, how are they supposed to show them? How are they supposed to show them? I'm straight to. I have no idea. The girl says, don't tell me that Ella and Griffin are dating. Apparently they are. Apparently they are. No. Oh no, no, it's cool, AJ. I just wanted to make sure because I was like, I didn't know if I said something, and I was like, all right, let me think about what I said. So Hippie says all soap operas have got couples now. Well, except for B&B. B&B does not. They might actually had LGBT characters back then, but now they don't. Freddie says, I wouldn't be surprised if Michael was behind the whole Pikeman business just to put Sonny in prison. Yeah, but I sort of doubt it just because he had to sit there and tell um Dex about it, or Dex told him about it. But you know what? Never mind. I'll take that back. It just says, what about Trina from GH? Or Terrell? Who? No, says Nick has too many kids like Noah, Faith, Summer, and Christian. And Christian, we don't even see. We don't even see Christian. I think, from what I understand, they didn't see people didn't see Christian for like 2 years. So at this point, Christian is an invisible child as far as the fans are concerned. Janice says, I was surprised Duffy and Taylor was not at X-Men's party. Yeah, but also it wasn't really a great episode anyway. So Hippie says, gay couples, gay couples, my phone keeps typing guys. Wow. Oh, he just says she's transgender. Yeah, well, I mean, that was a while back though. Like they don't have any. What I'm saying now that the show is international, they don't have any LGBT characters, and they're probably not going to have any LGBT characters in St. Louis Big. I mean, I heard about that. It was a time I wasn't watching, but I did hear about it though. Joey says, I think the key with any diversity group is to treat them with the same care you would treat any other character, and I 100% agree with that. Of course, says Maxie has not really been a mother. Oh, excuse me, a mother to her kids. What do you mean by that? I mean, she probably is like off screen. Now, Hippie says, I never knew Terry was trans. Yeah, no, but yeah, no, Hippie, yeah, no, Terry is trans. Janice says, I could see Sally going by. Well, I mean, now, because she's on Y&R. And Y&R, you know, they already have Tessa Mariah. So that's totally fine. But they were not going to sit and pull that on B&B, I'll tell you that much. Mel says at the Christmas party, Eric, we saw Beth with Liam, Hope, and yeah, saw a lot of people, but it really wasn't interesting anyway. So it's like, I mean, unless you're in the Christmas episodes, Jessica says it was weird how Spinelli and Georgie showed up at the airport. Yeah, it really was. It seemed like it was just not that much of a big deal. Maxie, like the flights are canceled and everything like that. Spinelli just comes right on in there. Hmm. I never sensed to Janet, but then again, I haven't really, I haven't really been watching the show or the characters that long. So AJ says they need to write something for Terry. Isn't she paired up with one of Valentine's men? She is. Um, Yuri, Yuri. But even if they do have her do something, they're gonna have her do something now, and then we're not gonna see her for like a month and a half. Billy says Terry is a really likable character. They should do something more with more with her. They should. But you got about 10,000 people, so even if they do something with her, we're probably gonna forget in about a month and a half. Like Austin and Maxie's breakup. It was so flat. Yeah, we're just not gonna really work out. Yeah, okay. Have a good Christmas. What? 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 Freddie says, poor little everyone else enjoying living their lives, and poor Charles, she's forever sleeping, being in a coma. Yeah, I mean, if they wake her up, they just need to kick somebody else off the show at this point. Mel says, did you ever think that Mariah was a trans on The Bold and the Beautiful, Robert? Maya. Um, well, Mel, that was before my time, but I did hear about her. But again, yeah, I mean, they did probably have characters on there at some point that was an LGBT character. They just don't have them on there now because it's international and it's Dubai. That's what it really comes down to. People could sit there and always bring up, oh, they had this person, they had that person. They had. Who do they have now? Now, who do they have back then, but who do they have now? Skinner says, I give Days as props for having Will and Sunny, whether they are together, it's a couple, instead of Philip. Yeah. Skinner, it's insulting. It's insulting because that's literally what it says. It just basically says, oh, yeah, we have these characters, the LGBT. What do they do? Oh, they come in from time to time and they joke around with Sharon and they help her decorate. And I'm like, do they have a story? Oh, they come in and they decorate so they don't actually have anything, do they? Nope. And that's what it is. That's what it generally comes down to. Hippie said, I didn't know until she's dated that guy without legs. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember Engel got into some hot water with the actress that plays Terry. Engel Rodemaker. Cowan has a stake. Sir Charles is in the chat. Sir Charles says, I've been watching on Restless since 2008. I'm pretty sure it was pretty good back then. Compared to how it is now, I guess. Kylan says, I feel like if you were on an episode, Christmas episode of the show, what would you do? Um, I don't know. I have no idea. No, Skinner, they're definitely. I can 100% agree with that. CBS is old school. You know, and it's not even just that. I mean, Dubai, they don't really do. They got a whole thing with them as far as LGBT characters, and they're not about that lifestyle. And so that's why they're not going to show any LGBT characters on B&B. They're just not going to do it. Freddie says, Albert, are you Team Carly or Team? I'm Team Carly. But I will sit there and say that Carly is definitely messing up right now. AJ says AJ says the Jack actor can F values in the chat was good. Yeah, AJ is one of those things where it's like I don't think that Engel was a bad person. I just think that he was ignorant. Like, he wasn't bad, but he was ignorant. And there is a difference. Um and you can tell in his response and his follow up. Yes, yes, it be Skinner said actually did not like how they did the Maya character. It was random, didn't make sense to her character. Also, it would have been ideal to have an actual trans woman. Really? They didn't even. Wow, Skinner didn't even bother to do that. Are you kidding me? So Charles says all the soaps are not the same no more. Yeah, they definitely are not. Medora's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Medora? Mel says I'm happy with the whole Chanel and Paulina thing is over. Mel, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it was kind of rushed. A lot of stuff happened off screen. It seemed pretty lazy to me. And also, I'm not feeling the fact that Paulina got no consequences. She used her money, her power, her position, and nothing came of it. Like, are you kidding me? Nobody says it's interesting that the US soaps go on autopilot during Christmas. In the UK, East Enders use of Christmas to stage a big wow. Dolly, one day I gotta sit there and get into EastEnders. But I feel like by the time I get into that show, it's gonna be canceled. Skinner says Ingo definitely came off as a jerk. AJ says exactly his nemesis is no different either. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't like the fact that he got fired because he decided to not take something that he didn't want in his body. But he just he just seems like he's ignorant. Kevin says, "No worry, EastEnders won't get canceled. It makes more money than all that." Really interesting, Kyron. I gotta find a way to try to watch that show then. Freddie says, "I can't tell either Drew knows Carly is up to no good, or is he really that dumb?" Freddie, I'm gonna sit there and say he's that dumb for now. I'm gonna say he's that dumb for now. Skinner says, "Albert, unfortunately, it was so sloppy how they did Maya is transferred when it came to." Wow, Skinner. Yeah, that's. I'm not gonna lie. That's. I don't want to sit there and say that's disrespectful, but it's. Skinner. A couple of years ago, Scarlett Johansson was supposed to do a movie, and she decided not to do it because they practically bullied her. It was like they wanted a person of trans to actually do the movie. But the thing was, Scarlett Johansson was a name that was going to bring a lot of light to the story, as opposed to them just getting some random person that is trans. And I remember me having an issue with that because I'm like, I understood where they were. I understood both sides of where they were coming from. Let's put it that way. Billy says they built a $10 million set for EastEnders 2 like 2 years ago. Wow. I may have to sit there and check this show out. AJ says I didn't know they were trying to make the Maya characters, considering that the fact that actress was a cis woman. Trans. Jakar says we don't see Felix and Lucas has disappeared somewhere. Terry comes out and note comes on now and then. Yeah, yeah, Jakar. They really did make Lucas definitely disappear. First, they made him have brunette hair. He looked totally different. Then he was just and Felix. They weren't giving him any work. And in the soap opera, if you're not working, you're not making money. Now, Mel says, "Do you think that Xander will get hurt?" Oh, Zende will get hurt from Parasite. I have to tell you, too, Mel. I'm like, Zende, if he gets hurt, good for him. I don't normally say that, but Paris was so disloyal and so disrespectful to, yep, Skinner, they're back together. During that stupid Christmas episode, they were kissing. And I'm like, bro, if she dumps you again, she treats you like trash, you deserve everything that you get. This chick was so disloyal. I mean, granted, you know, karma came for her in the form of Carter, but still. Hippie says, have you seen that trans teacher with giant breasts on your new feed? They're like watermelons. I like the children might be getting a little distracted. What? Hippie says, no, I have not. On my feed. No. No, I have not seen that. That's that's something. Um, okay. What's this teacher's name? I have to change this algorithm. What's this teacher's name, Hippie? If you find that video, find a way to email it to me or email me the link. I want to see what you're talking about. Jolie says Zinda is a wasted character. They really need to bring his parents back. Yeah, I mean, Paris also seems like she's kind of wasted too now. So yes, I can't. And in the beginning, I liked her, and then I knew more about her, and then I was like, nah, I'm good. No, Jakaris, I haven't watched Guiding Light. I never seen Guiding Light, As the World Turns, or Passions. Yes, it is Jessica. It is. It's terrible. It's terrible, Jessica. It's terrible. Hippie says, no, like I said, Hippie, if you find a video, you know my email address is at. It's in the about section. Just email me the link, and I want to see what you're talking about. Cohen says, NC Thornburn leave the show because he wanted it if they wanted to sleep with Terry. Oh, okay. So you think that he probably left because he didn't want to do an actual like sex scene with her? Mel says I can't stand Paris, but she got karma. Yep, she totally did, and that's why I didn't feel bad for her at all. I mean, Carter. I didn't feel bad for Carter when Quinn left because he treated Paris like an old chew toy that he got bored with. Yeah, Jessica, it's going to get to a point where it's going to get brick, and I'm probably am not going to go out as much. Skinner says I like to see Felicia and Kristen back on B&B. You had a Felicia, really, and Nick. They had another Nick. They had two Nicks in the same universe. Freddie says while Carly slobbing down on Dex. Oh, Carly June slobbing on Dex. She should really be honest with Cam. She should. But Cam is going to find out the hard way, though. Cam is going to find out the hard way. Hippie says my son is at school. My son is a school teacher. Maybe that's why stuff like that shows up. I have no idea. I mean, Hippie, are you on his account or something like that? Or how does that work? I mean, when I type in stuff, other stuff of that nature shows up. So put it that way. Um, Nate says Felicia is Eric and Stephanie's daughter. Oh, okay. Skinner said, oh, you know that. Jolie says Rich sister. Oh, Rich sisters are Felicia and Kristen. Hmm. No, but yeah, just saying it be. Um, but yeah, like I said, if you find that video, just email me the link on my Gmail. Just in the about section. I'm kind of curious to see what you're talking about now. Mel says you mean Nick Maroney, the only Nick on. Okay, people keep saying that Ridge is a Maroney, is a um Maroney or Marone, but Ridge's mother is Stephanie Forrester. So technically, he is a Forrester still. Billy says Ridge and Nick is Ridge half brother and ex of both Brooke and Taylor. Oh, okay. Billy says Eric isn't Ridge. Eric isn't Ridge. Bio dad. No. But Stephanie is though, right? Ray Dolly Stephanie is Ridge's bio mother. Skinner says yeah. Marissa is his biological father. Stephanie Maiden is Douglas. Is Doug. Jakara says the retcon storyline. I tried to forget this mess. Now Nate says yes, Rich is a Maroni by blood. The great. Oh, okay. No, no, no. But isn't no, no. I get that he's a Maroni, a Marone, but he should also be a Forrester, right? Because his mother is Stephanie Forrester. It says Stephanie is a Forrester by match. Oh, okay. Well, not by blood. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. He is not. Okay. Well, I learned something new today. Okay. I wonder why people keep. Jen, thank you, Jen. I wonder why people think that they keep getting upset with Ridge and he's not a Forrester and stuff like that. They say he's a Forrester legally, Ridge. I mean, okay. Officially not. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for letting me know. Hawthorne. Dolly says, well, Eric considered Ridge his son because he raised him. Jenna says, I love the B&B. I love the 80s B&B. Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of the stuff was good in the 80s. Um, Kylan says, the actress that plays Brooklyn and the actor that plays Austin, don't you see that a good comedy team now? Not really, no. No. Because Brooklyn still acts really nasty and petty to Austin, so no, I don't. Mel says, I consider Rich as a force, not Maroney. What Eric said, yes. Now, Jakar says, I call this a Rick Collin rewrite. Hippie says, apparently that teacher is in Canada. I don't think we would always in here. Hmm. Have a good night, Freddie. Thank you for joining. It's always a pleasure to see you. You have a great weekend and a great holiday. Billy says, Ashes to place Kate on Days was on B&B in the 80s. On day. Wow. Okay. I can see that. I can see that. Jakar says, as much as I can't stand Riz now, but Albert, that was a retcon rewrite. Oh, okay. I wouldn't be too surprised when they start retconning stuff. Mel says, Eric treats Rich better as his son than Rick as his son. Hmm. I did not know that. Very, 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 very interesting. And as much as I would love to sit there and continue this conversation, I do have to wake up early in the morning for work at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I think I'm going to sit there in the stream on this note. But I do want to thank everyone for joining. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad I'm feeling a lot better now because I'm able to sit there and talk without coughing so much. Yeah, I got to be up at 4 in the morning. I got to be up at 4 in the morning because really 3:30 to sit there and take my shower and eat and stuff like that. Um, but I really love sitting there talking to everyone. This was so much fun. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Skinner, for joining. RSV. You likely have RSV. Oh, okay. Well, that's not good. Have a good night, Blackmon. But Skinner is getting a lot better. I'm not coughing as much, so I'm happy about that. AJ says I have to get up early in the morning for work too. Okay. Yeah, Skinner, that does not sound that does not sound good. But it is getting better though. So thank you, Happy. You have a Merry Christmas as well. Oh my God, thank you so much, Dolly. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Dolly. I really appreciate that. Oof. Did it get better, Skinner, or did it get worse? Because for me, I feel like it's getting a lot better. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dolly. Thank you so much. You are a rock star. I really appreciate you. Um, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, everyone. Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Festus. Thank you, Blackmon. Thank you, Shakira. Thank you, Dolly. Thank you, Susan. Skinner, really appreciate you. Thank you, AJ. You have a Merry Christmas as well. Thank you, Mel. Have a Merry Christmas, Nate. Thank you so much. This was a hell of a lot of fun. Um, and I can't wait to sit there and do this next week. So have a good holiday, safe, and I look forward to hearing from all of you next week. Have a good night, everyone. On the way out, it really does help the algorithm and definitely promotes the channel. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being so amazing because it's people like you that makes what I do so much fun. So it's definitely a synergy. Yes, have a good night, everyone. Stay safe. Thank you again, Dolly. You are a true rock star, and I look forward to seeing everyone in the next live stream. Later, Janet or Jay Z.